Propcycle is an arcade game that simulates riding a bicycle and flying an airplane. You go through a course where you pop balloons that give you points and give you extra time. You go 3 levels. This is the first level. You can see I'm flying this bicycle with the propellers. You don't actually have to hit the balloon. As long as you clip it with your wing, you're okay, so it helps you to speed, not to have to go too far off course. If you get all the balloons, you get a 1,000-point bonus. Every second of time that you have left at the end of the course is worth 50 points. So this is a powerful incentive to pedal as fast as you can in order to save the maximum amount of time at the end. If you hit an obstacle, you crash and you lose time before you get going again. You may notice that I'm not crashing. That's because I'm quite experienced at this particular game. Now the tricky bit here is that the last balloon is concealed in this cave, and you have to go through the water. Oops, I hit the wall, and I'm coming back out and trying again. I can just see the entrance to the cave. By hitting perfect, I gain an extra 1,000 points and move on to the next level. There are 3 levels. Each level represents part of the old world that got blown into space, and the Propcycle hero's job is to go and recover them and bring them back down to the ancestral land. You'll see how this unfolds as we go along. This is my second stage. You just have to clip a balloon. The less time you spend, the more you can just keep flying, the faster you can complete the whole course. But you have to get every balloon. If you miss one and have to go back, you lose a lot of time, and that can be fatal. All this time, I'm really pedaling furiously, exhausting myself, puffing and panting at the end of each stage. So it's fantastic exercise. It's aerobic, upper body as well, because you're flying the plane with these hand controls as well as pedaling. And you're using your brain, time and space. Got it. And I know where the last balloon is hidden. Knowing where the balloons are obviously makes a big difference. Being able to fly and operate the controls makes a big difference. There are a lot of Propcycle demonstrations on the internet and on YouTube and various other places. This is the only example of a perfectly completed course of all 3 levels, plus the final level, which is Solitar. Solitar is where the 3 parts of the homeland got blown into space, and you have to go through these first 3 stages in order to get to Solitar and recover the lost components of the homeland. This is quite tricky. You have to go very low over the rooftops without hitting them. Now here it says wrong way. I don't know why, because this is the quickest way to knock off these balloons, in my experience anyway. This game should be in every school in the country. Kids love games. The big mistake that Namco made is they got the pricing all wrong, so that it cost a fortune to learn how to do it, and then once you get good at it, you get so many free replays that they don't make any money out of the people who are good, but not that many people become good because it's so bloody difficult to get enough experience because of the way the pricing works. It's very sad because it's a brilliant design that failed in the pricing execution rather than in the design of the game. There are 2 balloons left in this cave. It gets more difficult now. You have to be able to time because things are moving pretty fast here. Now, the final stage is Solitar. These are 3 pieces of the homeland, and you'll see how they fit in at the end, that were blown out into space and that this young hero on a bicycle has to recover. He flies off with a big rubber band to propel him up into the sky, and then proceeds to fly in completely free space. It's quite easy to get disoriented up here. The laparator, as they call it, is this device. Boing. Laparopter, excuse me. Now you can see these 3 chunks of the homeland have to, once all the balloons have been popped, these will find their way back down to the village. It's an awesome responsibility. And as the old man says, I've switched off the soundtrack on it, but as the old man says, so many have failed before you. And the boy's mother frowns as she thinks, I wonder if he's going to fail too. I can give you a sneak preview of the outcome. He's not. As I said, nobody has videoed and shown this game being completed to perfection. This is the first time this has been seen on the internet. Not my best performance. I should have got that on my way round. Now he's achieved this. The power that's holding it in space is broken, and the bits start to fall down. Our hero does his circle of glory, triumphant. This is where the dopamine really kicks in, and what makes this game so addictive once you get to this level. The producers were so proud of the design of this that they actually ran credits. You can see the programmer, the sub-programmer, the music and sound effects people all got their names mentioned because it was such a major achievement in 1996 to have created such a clever game. Once again, it's tragic that the pricing mechanism screwed it up. You can see these bits now falling back where they were blown away, restoring order to this bit of countryside. The resonance with Fukushima is obvious. There are nuclear symbols on these bits. It was somebody pushing the wrong button that made these parts of the village uninhabitable. The hero returns to a hero's welcome. His mom, grandpa, and Captain Propcycle all turn up to congratulate him. And now for the score. This is my score for Solitar, the final stage. 50 points for each second, 1,000 perfect points, and then add that to the 12,000 odd points I got on the previous 3 levels, and you have 17,310. a good score, but below my best. My best scores are here marked CCC, but what you see here is a replay of the Solitar flight. So it reproduces exactly what I did in the final stage, and that helps you to learn where you went wrong and how you can improve your technique. There are my lower 5 scores, none below 19,000, and my highest score 19,775, and I am the savior of Solitar, Craig Sams. Thank you.